Hello, dear students. In this lecture, uh, or last lecture, we have discussed about the different uh, air samples with respect to solid impingement devices and liquid impingement devices. In that, we have discussing about what are the different solid impingement devices. In that, we have discussed the settling plate method in case of solid impingement devices. Now, in this lecture, we will discuss about the funnel devices, which is nothing but the part of solid impingement method. So in this diagram, we can also see is nothing but the devices which is used for the sampling of air, and that device is nothing but called as funnel device. So now we'll discuss about the what are the mechanism and how it works. This device is consist of a brass container of a removable bottom. That means that complete assembly which we can see in the diagram nothing but the made up from the brass and the bottom of that container can be removable. The container is fitted with an inverted glass funnel which is half inch above the petri dish. So here in the diagram that box we can see is nothing but the brass container or made up from brass. That bottom can be we can remove as with respect to our convenience. In this, we have to place a inverted funnel or glass funnel whose mouth is placed inverted direction inside the box, and the tail of that particular funnel is open into the air. The funnel which is half inch above the petri dish containing nutrient agar. So that here is nothing but we can place is somewhat like to that of the chimney we can use inside your kitchen. So this is nothing but the brass container. This is nothing but the nutrient agar plate or can nutrient media which we have provided for the growth of organism. Here we have to place that funnel in inverted direction so that the air current which is passing from that particular environment can enter into the funnel, and the microorganisms which are present in that air can settle down on the surface of the agar media which we have already prepared in the petri plate. The petri dish is placed in the lower portion of the container. So here we have to place at least half inch of distance between nutrient agar and funnel surface so that the unwanted air can be passed out from the particular surrounding, so that only the organism which are present in the air can get trapped on the surface of the nutrient agar. Inside of the funnel is washed with 70% alcohol before use, so that the unwanted or the only we can grow the organisms or pathogens which are present in the air, not from that particular surface from the funnel. The air sample passes through the funnel stem, and the airborne microorganisms are impinged upon the agar medium in petri dish. The air is drawn by means of the vacuum pump. So here already we have called this nothing but the brass container, and the air which is entering from that particular end, the suspended particle get trapped on the surface of the nutrient agar, and the air which is present in the brass container we have to remove by means of vacuum pump. The air is drawn by means of vacuum pump with a flow meter which measure the volume of the air so that we can count how much amount of air we have passed through that particular container. A sampling rate of 28 liter per minute was found to be the most effective. The method is simple, portable, and efficient. And all testing is carried out in one operation. So that in this diagram we can see is nothing but the funnel device with respect to the solid impingement devices. What are the mechanism we have already discussed? This is nothing but the brass container, nothing but the nutrient agar plate here, which is entering from the funnel stem, and the suspended airborne pathogens can get a trap on the surface of the nutrient agar plate. And after the completion of this process, we have to incubate a particular plate inside the incubator, and we have to observe for the growth of different microorganisms. So it is nothing but the simple and portable devices used for the solid pigment devices in case of enumeration or counting the different microflora which is present in the air.